Going live,
Alrighty.
immediately start singing a copyrighted song.
Of course, yeah, because we don't have enough copyright infringements on us after my few escapades, and then all of Desinoto's chewing. All that's copyrighted, obviously.
I have like 3 on my actual channel.
Strikes?
No, they're just warnings where
Oh,
dialogue is muted. Playing Dreams. It's like this
ah,
song is part of a song that's copyrighted. I'm like, it's actually someone's recreation of a indie song that's not even owned by any label. So whatever, but whatever.
well, all right. Welcome again, everybody, to a special episode of Crafting and Chat. It is episode 95.5. We are talking about Sony's State of Play. We did mention we may have a special episode given the State of Play and how it went. Clearly, we are having an episode because we have some stuff to talk about here, folks. We got some stuff to discuss. We have the usual cast here: Adam, Kevin, who's in Destiny right now, myself, and Desinoto should be here shortly. And gentlemen, we have had a fantastic, I think, state of play. I'm curious to see everybody else's opinions on it. Um, I would like to go around and actually just ask general opinion. Adam, what'd you think of it? Good, bad,
I
fantastic?
my impressions going into this were, I'll actually address this now because I don't think it's that big of a deal. What I said before we started, I think that Sony kind of misled us in the beginning, where they were like, "Hey, this is just third party," and then and then the
Mm-hmm.
rest of it's going to be VR2. It
Mm-hmm.
started with some VR2 stuff, but not really even the main thing. The very first thing it started with wasn't a VR2 at first. Then it turned into it.
No.
But
Yeah.
then it showed 4 VR2 titles, and then it was like, hey, by the way, here are some third party partners. This was mainly a third party show, and my
With a little bit of
expectations
VR.
were my expectations for this were low. The past state of plays have always been, hey, there's a couple cool titles. Like I walk out, the highest I think I ever went was like a B minus for one of them, I think. Um, but this one, I was pleasantly surprised at how much was here. Pleasantly
Cool.
surprised. It felt like a showcase, a short showcase that didn't have really
Yeah.
first party stuff, but it
Yeah.
felt like a showcase. So I overall I liked it.
Cool. Cool. Kevin, what's your thoughts on State of Play?
Me personally, overall, didn't like it at all. As a whole, mediocre.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Desinoto, would you think of today's State of Play?
Rip.
Rip, he's dead. Well, we'll come back to him later. All right, Adam, do you want to go down the list for us and kind of let's go through what happened today and what
Sure.
was shown off?
Yeah. Let me pull that up. You'd think I already had it pulled up. I did, but since we started a little late here, I accidentally already closed my phone. By the way, if Justin was listening, he doesn't have to join Minecraft. I'm just letting him know. All right, here we go. Notes. All right. So it opened first thing, which we're probably going to spend a lot of time on. Um,
Absolutely.
so it opened with a date of March 24th, 2023, and it had like some guitar music, and for a second, Desinoto and I were looking at that, and I was like, "Is this Last of Us?" Because it
I
felt like
I
Last of Us. I
I
think the
swear to
internet
God,
thought it was Last of Us as well at first.
I thought as well. I was looking, I'm like, oh my,
I'm like, is
what?
this? I thought it was going to be a remake and then announce the date of the show as well. And I was like, I don't think that. I don't know. I just and then the R popped up and I was like, oh, this is not Last of Us. There's no R's in that. Also, it
I
had like a familiar font and it turned out to be the Resident Evil logo. The game's Resident Evil 4. It's a remake. Um, it looked pretty good. I don't really have anything else about it. At the end, they did also say that PlayStation VR2 content is also in development for it. But other than that, I'm not a Resident Evil guy, so. But it was a good start to the show, I thought.
uh, I thought it was an absolute fantastic start to the show. I thought it was Last of Us, and then I saw the R, and I was like, is this Red Dead playing with the guitar in the back? Or
Oh,
are they trying to do a
that did cross my
Rockstar
mind as
thing?
well.
I'm like, what the hell is R? And then I realized afterwards, I'm like, oh my god, it's Resident Evil. Okay, so a couple things, and I'm sure when Destinoto finally decides to to speak here, he'll have his thoughts on this because I think he's played Resident Evil 4 more than anybody else that I know, unless Kevin may have beat that. I don't know.
I beat it.
Okay. But this so it looks like they're going in a slightly different direction with the story, just like they have been with the last three that have been remade. Because I think the remakes are adding certain aspects of different directions into the game. Um, yeah, I think he's got Ashley's picture already. And Kevin, if you want to correct me, please do so.
It's
Um,
Ashley.
yeah, he's already got
He's given
Ashley's
the
picture.
assignment. It means nothing. He's given the assignment to protect her
But
before Resident Evil 4 starts.
he goes and says that he says it won't happen again. Like I won't let it happen again.
Because he was probably on an assignment prior to this.
Oh,
The
okay.
president doesn't just contact a random person.
No, I understand that part. Um, no, I don't think we actually got any gameplay in the trailer. It was mostly just cinematics. Um, but so far it looks absolutely fantastic. March 24, 2023. Seems like a bit away so far, but honestly, that's fine because we have things we gotta play in the meantime. I'm super excited for it. I played RE2 remake, RE3 remake. I'm definitely gonna get this one. Um, and I'm now hoping they do a proper remake for 5 and 6, and make it a full circle so that we have everything that we need to make sense since Resident Evil 7 happened, because that's what they're trying to do. They're inputting information slowly to make Resident Evil 7, 8 actually make sense uh, in the entire lore that they have here. But what a way to start the show, Resident
Yeah.
Evil 4. I thought,
And
great.
before you continue, they each game, like a bunch of the games, had a blog post in regards to like the story and everything. Um, per a quote from the blog post, this is being done by reimagining the storyline of the game while keeping the essence of its direction, modernizing the graphics, and updating the controls to a modern standard.
Like it. I like it. I'm gonna have to snippets Ethan in there. I know that that's gonna happen.
This is
Mr.
this
Mole
is also
himself.
coming to everything. It's coming to PS5, Series X, and S, and then on PC as well.
I would assume it's only a current gen game. It is not a last gen game.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm excited. Paint me excited and give me some more, Daddy, please. What else you got, Daddy? What you got for me?
Oh, we're moving on. We're not waiting. Doesn't notice still don't want to speak.
Oh no, I want to hear Daddy. I want to hear Kevin.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Sorry,
Yeah, yeah,
I forgot.
yeah.
Um,
Kevin, what you got? What you got about
I
this?
don't know how to feel about this game. I have no idea where the storyline is going unless he's referring to Sherry, which I don't believe anything adverse happens to her in the remake of Resident Evil 2. If it does,
Yeah,
it would fit.
yeah. I don't think
Um,
anything did.
I don't believe he was a failed person at all. I'm pretty sure that wasn't really hinted at in Resident Evil 4 at all. Um,
Unless he's
I
talking about
don't
he couldn't
understand
save
why they're
Ada.
remaking Resident Evil 4 when you could just remaster the damn game because it was basically the most perfect Resident Evil game to date. Um, in my opinion, anyway, it had great characters. It
Mm.
had an amazing inventory system, widely varied weapons, modifications that you could make to the weapons. You had to pretty much like choose which ones you were going to be using through the campaign because unless you were going to grind your ass off, you weren't going to get enough money to like upgrade all of them and stuff. I thought it was a great game. I freaking loved it. I am not looking forward to this game at all. Um, and yeah, all cinematic, no gameplay, but yet you're gonna revamp the controls. Probably should show those off. Um, I don't know. I really have nothing good to say about this.
Okay, Desinoto, you got anything?
For RE4.
Yep, Ferrari 4.
Well, from what they showed, it looks like it's gonna follow most of what made RE4 so good. And based on what they said, they're only gonna be maybe tweaking certain things in the storyline which I mean for RE4 wasn't like, it was pretty straightforward storyline to begin with. And they were gonna keep like most of the games like um I identity, I guess.
Who was the guy who ended up dying in RE4, the one who we were helping for a little bit?
Luis.
Louis Serra.
Did they change him in this trailer? Who
Yes.
was the dude
He's
who was
non-existent in the game.
No, he's there. It's the guy holding the pistol, and he talks like the same dude.
No. Louis
Yeah.
had a different accent.
No,
Yes, 110%.
it was
Louis had a
exactly
different
the
accent.
same.
No.
Who are you talking about then?
Pull up, maybe we'll decide this after, but you need to pull up a cutscene with Louis in it, and then this trailer. It's not Louis, it's somebody else.
Who the hell else are they gonna put in there?
Anybody? They're rewriting the story.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they rewrote Louis Serra's accent.
I mean, that'd be a weird thing to do.
He's wearing the same clothes too, and he has the same gun.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like him.
And it's probably a different voice actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a completely different accent. That dude had like an actual like foreign accent on him.
What's his accent now?
Like Midwestern American accent.
That's probably what the other person was trying to do.
Yeah, I think you're. I don't know if you're.
I'll have to pull up.
Confused over there.
I need to pull up one of these, but I'll pull up one later. They're gonna have to incorporate some stuff with the Bakers and Ethan because they did that for the past 2 games, with the remakes. Because that's the whole point of them remaking this entire thing, because of the drastic turn that RE7 took, and now RE8 having Chris and everybody else in there. Which there was big rumors that Resident Evil 9 Leon's gonna show up regardless, so this would be perfect at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to confirm with you because I don't remember. I was like, if anybody's going to know his voice, Death is going to know his voice. For Louis. Well, he
I'm pretty
died
sure it's
anyway.
the same guy.
Yeah, he died anyway, but
Yeah.
I could have sworn his voice was different. I'll look it up afterwards, but I'm going to stick by his voice was different.
I mean, it probably was. You're probably right, but it's probably the same guy. Based on the same clothes and gun, so it's just a recast.
What else?
Which is not uncommon.
Hold on.
What?
Is it? Does it have to be about RE4 or just whatever?
Yeah, we're going one at a time. So if you have
we're on RE4 right now.
Yeah.
Well, so Leon looks pretty good. At least of what they showed of him. They didn't show like a full frontal face for this game, but they showed like a bunch of side glances and angled profiles of his face. He looks, well, they're probably using a similar model to what they used in 2, but maybe like older, I hope, because it is a little bit of time after what happened in 2. But I like that his clothes are the same. He has the same brown Sherpa jacket, and his hair is pretty similar too. That ending cutscene is pretty much like 1-to-1 to the original game, at least like right in that beginning when he's driving to the village. The villain's the same, Salazar. I mean, they didn't really show too much, but it looks like most of what is in the original is going to be in this one too. So I'm looking forward to it.
Does everyone
Huh?
think it's making its March 24th date?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think.
I
don't
think they've
it's
had
gonna
enough
be
time
Yeah,
since 8.
I would agree.
All right. Cool. All right.
Okay, cool. Let's
All
move on to
right.
the
The
next one.
next thing they showed off was a update. Or a separate game, not really talked about. I would assume it's an update to Resident Evil Village. PlayStation VR 2 support's coming to that, making the horny side of the internet very happy, I assume.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Anybody gonna give that a try?
Ooh. Oh,
Where is the DLC? It's been over a year. They haven't announced anything. Resident Evil 7 had 3 DLC packs, I believe, come out in its lifetime. We
mhm.
have received nothing. Instead, we get VR. Oh, yippee yippee. Something that probably should have just been made from the start. Um, but I'm sure for those that like VR, it'll be good because Resident Evil 7, I believe, had good VR. So
Yeah, that was one of the best VR experiences out. Very terrifying. Very good. Um,
Kevin brings up a good point. I wonder if the DLC was slowed because of the VR integration. I wonder if
well, it
Sony
was
was
weak.
like, "Hey, I'll pay you to give us VR2 support," and they're like, "Well, we only have a limited amount of developers, so I guess."
It was
I don't know,
weird.
but interesting.
One of the VR games came up as a 2022 release date. This didn't have a date on it, but I I was just confused by that. I'm like, why? How is it 2022 if it's PSVR 2? But I think this is going to be one of those PSVR 2 games that I think a lot of people want to give a try to because the original one was so good, the Resident Evil 7. Um, as far as the DLC is concerned, I'm pretty sure Capcom will have some sort of either event or Summer Games Fest. I wouldn't count on this is the last time we're seeing the VR version of uh, Resident Evil 8, or even the last time we're seeing Resident Evil 8 for this summer. I have a feeling they'll have some sort of event to
I
talk
would
about
assume
the
this is
DLC.
the last of the VR information coming out about this for this
I think,
June. I would
yeah,
assume if more information were to come out, it would be about the DLC. But yeah, I wouldn't think they're going to talk about the VR much more until it's ready
yeah.
to come out. So
It looked fine. It didn't look downgraded at all. It looked very good. Um, really didn't have too many complaints on it, and the uh, the movements looked even better than the original. You saw him like swapping a gun up, like reloading and all that, tossing a gun up, catching it all again. Um, looked good. I liked it.
all
That
right.
looked amazing.
Anybody else got anything, or everybody ready to move on?
question that design choice
The design choice?
to dual wield weapons like that.
Oh,
Meh. You've
I
just
mean,
thrown the entire game balance out of whack.
uh, did he? He did have a pistol and a shotgun, I think.
A pistol and a shotgun, a pistol and a knife.
Yeah, he did.
It's just a gimmick.
See how it goes. I don't think the original one had dual wielding, just one,
No,
I think.
because that's part of the Resident Evil experience. Is here's your gun. Do you have ammo? Well, we don't know. Hopefully you do. And you go. But if you can hold 2 weapons, it means you have an entire extra inventory slot potentially.
Yeah, that's true. It's not. You're not wrong there, Kevin. You're not wrong.
Sorry, I am gonna rip these games because I was not happy.
Listen, we're here for all the different.
Hey, don't
opinions.
apologize. We always need a Larry. So
Oh my God.
no, don't take that as offensive. Don't take that as offensive. We need someone to keep our hype.
Can I take that as
Yeah,
offense?
yeah. Don't take it. Don't. I mean, if you want, what kind? Vinyl? Get at least 25 years out of that sucker. You know what I mean? I'm gonna move on. The next game they showed was The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 for PlayStation VR 2, coming out in 2022. Any questions on that one?
Yeah. How?
What
how
on earth
that,
is this game?
How is that coming in 2022 and the VR2 is not even out yet?
Probably coming on PlayStation VR and then a patch to update it to VR 2.
But I thought it wasn't backwards compatible.
That's why the patch is coming. A patch is probably a separate game. Also, they haven't confirmed backwards compatibility, but based on the next game, I would assume there's not backwards compatibility.
I would assume as well. But yeah, to Kevin's question, what in the hell is this that we're looking at? That was the only confusing game
It
that I
says
saw. I was like,
chapter
why is
2.
this here?
That implies a chapter 1. I don't
There
remember
was
making a game
Walking
like
Dead
this.
Saints and Sinners. That came out already.
But it didn't
It's a
say
first
chapter
person
1.
shooter?
I think it's a first-person shooter.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because I was watching this and I was like, is this Days Gone? No, not Days Gone. Is this, what's the, Daylight, help me.
No.
Okay.
You mean Dying Light?
There it
Dying Light,
is.
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this Dying Light? Is this Dead Island? This is neither of those games, but like, is it?
Ooh, if this were Dead Island made its appearance, resurrected, it didn't look good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, this one, this is really one of the only games where I saw this trailer and I was like, this shouldn't be here. But VR 2, so I see why it's there.
Yeah. I
Great.
think they had to just fill a slot, I think, for that one. But they already filled up Resident Evil. I don't know why you have to show up in a zombie game.
I mean, they're different in every way, I would say.
But do you need that there? No.
I mean, a lot of people like The Walking Dead. I'm sure the first one sold well enough that they're making another one, and they really believe that VR support for it would be well enough. So I would assume.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Nothing will outsell a game later on this list.
Gotcha.
And the game next is No Man's Sky for PlayStation VR 2. No Man's Sky already has PlayStation VR 1 support.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a separate release or a free update. I don't know. Sean Murray will never stop. He needs to retire from this game. This game came out like 8 years ago.
And it's still doing gangbusters.
Still updating it. But you buy the original game and it's like $60 still. So
that was on sale back in the day, and I'm pretty sure it's gone on sale.
Oh yeah, I got it for $5. I waited a year.
Game.
No Man's Sky.
Where do you go?
I was eating my chicken here, and I
Of course.
bit down.
Oh,
on
you
a
got some in your ears by
small-
accident?
Small piece of bone inside,
Oh.
like straight up in my mouth, and my whole like roof of my mouth was bleeding.
So what you're saying is, nothing went into your ears, but you couldn't hear what we
Yeah.
said? Okay, wow. What a weak man. Any thoughts on No Man's Sky VR 2?
It looks good. For everybody who's enjoying that game, enjoy it some more because it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely turned around from what it was, which was the absolute pile of trash that it was when it first came out, to what it is now. Great. Listen, you love, if you like No Man's Sky, keep playing. They're gonna keep updating, and I hope it just keeps going because it's a great game. Honestly speaking, now.
Also, you and I are the VR guys, I would say, of this chat. And I feel like VR 2 with like the what they've described in like the controllers with the haptics and stuff, I think that'll actually make a big difference. I'm curious to see how well it adapts to all that, especially when your ship shakes, like entering an atmosphere. I can't imagine how that's gonna feel in VR 2. So
I think I will start up No Man's Sky again.
It's very tempting. Very tempting.
Pilot a ship in space, that would be absolutely crazy. And if I could turn around and see you piloting, like if I could turn around and see you in the ship doing something else, like in the ship, that'd be amazing.
I mean, we still haven't done VR Minecraft, like together.
I forget that that's still a thing.
I did it. Remember, I flew around and everything. I had a blast.
You did.
Yeah. It's just, it's a little disorienting.
Well,
as the world forms around you. So
it's supposed to be a better experience with the VR too, but let's see what they do with.
Well,
this
Minecraft hasn't confirmed that, but yeah. But
what I mean in general, I think it's going to be like, I think the VR 2 headset is supposed to give you a better.
Yeah, but it's not for Minecraft, so.
Oh, you mean it hasn't gotten? Oh, right.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. But it doesn't matter. No other VR game matters because the next game was Horizon Call of the Mountain for PSVR 2. Kevin, I want to hear your thoughts on this one.
My God.
Could be interesting. It really depends how they make the game. It's really it. No real thoughts for it because they showed nothing, like most of the VR games.
There's no gameplay.
Yeah.
Alright.
What did you want them to show? Like a fight? Like an actual fight taking place instead of like cutting away?
Be nice.
Would be
An
nice.
idea.
I agree.
I mean, they showed quite a bit of gameplay of with climbing up of
Uh, th-
things,
so
parkour.
I will in some ways take Kevin's stance on this because as cool as this looked to me, like I can't imagine standing in that world and seeing a tall neck walk around. I screamed. Desunoda was there. I screamed. I was like, oh my god! Like I was, cause I love Horizon. And right after this, I will probably start up Forbidden West. um, but yeah, I was having a blast. But a lot of it was cut together like, I saw no way, like, are you teleporting? Are you walking? That's not quite explained, but I think that's more so because we haven't really seen the VR2 in motion. We haven't seen someone using it, so I need them to clarify some things because climbing a mountain seems fun. But if you're using both your hands to climb the mountain, how are you walking? Like when you get to the top, are you teleporting? But then you're jumping at points, and like there's some things I need to know. And then I think Desunoda pointed it out. It looks like they slowed down the fights. And when you play Horizon, a lot of it is rolling and like dodging out of the way and moving over here and there. And I'm curious to see how they like tackled that when you have a bow and you're doing all that because I'm very curious to see how that happens. Is this more on rail? Is it like I'm curious. I'm so curious about. So I still have a lot of questions, but the spectacle of it, I needed this to show me spectacle, and it showed me spectacle. So now that, and it already looked better than the other footage we saw. Like it was already upgraded. We even saw that before this, because Sony shared like it in the tweet. But I think it convinced me enough to be like, okay, you got me. Show me the gameplay. Confirm the gameplay to me, and I'm in. Like, show me the actual movements and sold. This would be if I wasn't sold on VR already. This would sell me VR too. Because oh man, I love Horizon.
It's so jank. It's so bad.
So I disagree with that because you initially said you didn't see anything because nothing played out, and now you're saying it
There
looked jank.
isn't. Okay. I know.
What do you mean
I
by it looked
contradict
jank?
myself.
What part looked jank?
Everything is slow. The majority of gameplay is climb the thing, wrap a rope around a thing, slide down a thing, climb another thing, walk. Like the combat, you're just standing still.
I mean,
That's all they showed was you standing still
the majority
and
of
a thing
Horizon
would
is
attack
doing all
and
those
you would like
things.
lean.
Yeah, that's what I need to see more of.
So what? But so what? So just because it's in VR, that's it? Oh, this VR is so much better than this. You can do more with VR.
All right, well, I think you're
I,
jumping on it a little too strongly.
I think without being very disoriented, I mean, like Kevin, what do you expect to see at this? Because I thought, I mean, this is again coming from somebody who played Death Stranding, the
Not these
walking
games.
simulator, but like Horizon looked amazing. The whole aspect of like going around, it doesn't look like it's on rails. It looks like you actually have to go around and do things. The dodge mechanics looks
Look,
okay.
hello motion sickness. I
But that's
guarantee
the
you it's
thing.
not free movement.
I don't get motion sickness with VR, except in one game
Okay,
so
you
far.
don't.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
There's
people
a
who do, but
chunk of people who do.
yeah, I don't know
here's the
why. It's
thing.
weird.
So what would you want it to do? Like what
I
I want to hear
wouldn't
your
want it.
expectations of what you
I
want
wouldn't
from
want it.
VR.
No, I wouldn't want it. What I want from VR is I want like real good co-op experiences. Let's all be in a warship. Let's all be in a tank at different posts. We can look at each other and be like, "Hey, we gotta do this thing," or "Hey, you actually have to like look out the top of the tank and acquire targets."
Yeah,
That's a VR experience. That's something I can't do. I can already play Horizon. I don't need to see it from a different perspective. Plus, Horizon's probably going to play better anyways. Give me experiences you can't give me with a video game currently.
All right.
Fair enough.
I can't
want-
disagree
yeah.
with that.
No, I can't. That's why
Like
I want to know. I wanted to know his
Pavlov
opinion.
is basically a first-person shooter, right? But in Pavlov, you can hold guns any direction you want to. You have to actually put the gun up to your eye to aim. You have to know how to function or have like how to actually manipulate a gun because you are reloading it from start to finish yourself. So that's changed enough. I will say, however, rhythm games, keep that up. Rhythm games in VR, amazing.
Beat Saber, still great.
Beat
Yes,
Saber's
yeah,
great, and there's
I
that
would agree.
first-person shooter one too that's pretty solid.
I haven't played that one, but I have seen footage. I forget what it's called.
I
Gun
don't remember.
Saber?
It's not bullets per minute.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't think
something like
either.
that. It's something.
Yeah.
It's some gun pun.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask about VR because I just don't
You're not the wrong person. You
appreciate
have
it.
different
No, yeah.
I will say
expectations of
this.
VR.
I will say this though. I will say this. I am shocked. I am shocked that people are not making action platformers with VR because way back when VR first started dropping, I forget which one was the first one. But the first VR headset that like dropped, it came with some like games to mess around with, and I think one of them was Lucky's Tale, if I remember correctly. He played like this little fox, and it's just an action platformer thing, kind of like a Mario 64-ish style game. But what is awesome with VR is you no longer have camera controls. You are the camera. So if you want to make a precision jump, you just freaking stand up, look at a different angle, and go.
That's Moss.
If
Moss
That's
fair.
does that.
That
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
fair.
you're
I would
describing
probably
Moss
very-
and Moss too. Yeah,
I
you would love Moss.
Probably love Moss.
Yeah.
But I will say, action platformers, they are amazing in VR
also,
because you can get the camera angle you want.
Uh,
And if developers really ran with it, you could hide a lot of stuff in these games too, because you can potentially look under the world, look to the sides of the world,
Yeah.
look off the map.
Yeah, there's a lot of those games. My sister
think
made me
that's-
buy one that sucked.
Oh,
No, it just didn't control well. We also didn't really have it set up all that well because we all kept taking turns, and when you try to do that, everyone's at different height, and everyone has horrible vision, and their heads are different sizes, and everyone's sweaty. It's gross. I don't recommend it in VR. You're thinking of Astrobot, Genesis, I think.
Yes, you got it right out of my
Yeah,
head.
because I think about that game every day because I have it downloaded, and I'm like, I'm gonna set up my PS4 and I'm gonna play that. PS4, jeez, what the hell? PSVR, and I'm gonna play that. I hear it's a good. I hear it's really good, and I love the Astro's Playroom thing they did with the PlayStation. I love it so much. I cannot wait till they show that off, and I really hope at the big PlayStation showcase when they show first-party games, we get a hint. Oh my god, I love that game so much. All right, I think it's time to move on. Horizon news kept coming. They were like, "Hey, I'm the guy from Horizon," and he was like,
I'm the guy from Horizon.
I'm Horizon.com, and he was like, "Forbidden West is getting an update. You're getting New Game Plus. You're getting an ultra hard difficulty. Performance mode has increased fidelity. There's new trophies." There's also new skins and new weapons. You can change the look of your armor. You can respec your character, which is wild because you get 1 billion skill points in that game. So I don't understand why that's even needed. But yeah, there's so much they added, which is great, and I can't wait to do the New Game Plus to get that trophy. Won't do ultra hard. I'm dumb. I can't.
No, I would probably try to do that, but I'd probably fail.
We're gonna have a bad time.
What was the new outfit? Anybody know what the new outfit was? Because I'm 100% for cosmetic outfits there. If I can get a new outfit, I'd want to go and see what it is. But
I don't know what I want to discover that myself as I play through.
Okay.
So I didn't really look at any of that stuff. Oh man, I'm so excited. I just can't wait to play it again because of how much I love Forbidden West. Yeah, It also, what the hell? 95%? I'll never be at 100 again. I can't beat it on ultra hard difficulty. What the hell? What the hell?
You can.
What the hell, Tony Horizon? Why you do this? Why'd you do this to me?
That was an amazing announcement right there. Just The amount of support that this game is getting, and all the Guerrilla games, very very happy with all that support.
Oh, I'll tell you what though, I really expected them to announce a DLC along with this.
Oh,
And
you
we're
were
also working on a DLC coming this fall. I really
Again,
expected that. I just,
I think that we are not. Again, this is not first party time. Any DLC things like that, I think they're saving.
I mean, this is first
for a
party
big
though.
show.
It's not first party time, but it's like so much. They could have at least said like, here's a sneak peek at Horizon Forbidden West, Wester. For Horizon Forbidden West, Westerly wins or something like that. And then it just opens up and it's just
Horizon
the
Forbidden
wind
West.
blowing through the bridge. Oh, give me it.
Horizon Forbidden West: The Tales of Pharaoh.
Oh, God, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Blow up these implants. That's a reference that only Genesis will get. Yeah, I was very excited. Kevin, did you have any feelings on this? I know you haven't beaten Forbidden West, but
Oh,
I don't
New
know.
Game Plus? Oh, hell yeah.
yeah, I figured you'd be
It's a
happy about
great
that.
update.
Was this your favorite announcement of the show?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's got one that's better, I think.
Okay, I have two guesses, but we'll get there.
Let me say this though. Like, was this my favorite announcement? I mean, no, it wasn't because, like you said, I haven't beaten the game, so like, but is it always a good announcement to have a new game plus in a game?
Oh yeah.
As long as it makes sense to have a new game plus, that's an amazing
100%.
announcement.
Yeah.
And then they
100%.
did like a whole bunch of other stuff. It's like, oh, good job, you're supporting your game. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
exactly.
And I know that they're going to have DLC out faster than this will, so you can't really.
Kevin, first of all, you're right. You're 100% right. But also, Shadow Drop might happen in a couple weeks. We don't know. Keep your hopes up. Anybody else got anything to say about this? Desunoda, I will accept no response from you because you haven't beaten Zero Dawn yet, so that's your fault. All right, and then no, do you have something?
Don't take a response from him. He hasn't even beaten the first game, man. Don't do that.
Well, Genesis has spoken, but I will still
It
allow.
was all good stuff.
Good.
Move
Perfect.
on.
That's it. All right. The next game, which doesn't even matter because it'll be the best-selling game of probably this year, Spider-Man is coming to PC. The remaster is coming to PC with all the DLC.
God. This was a blind side to me.
This is a blind... Okay. This is not a blind side to you only. This is a blind side to the internet because this was not on that NVIDIA leak.
No.
And every PC reveal of PlayStation games have been on that NVIDIA leak.
Yes, and everybody was thinking it's either going to be Sackboy or Returnal, and neither of them showed up. And even there was a goddamn screenshot that leaked probably an hour before the conference. That was obviously fake.
Always.
I was like, first of all, I hate this, but at the same time, it makes sense because it makes money. I know, I understand. Yeah. I'll still hate this. It doesn't matter what you tell me. I will forever hate this. Okay?
It's okay. It's fine. Move on.
Yes. But wow, PC players, congratulations. You guys get to experience the best iteration of Spider-Man there ever is.
My God. I don't know if I will buy this on PC. I don't think I will until it becomes super cheap or someone turns Kingpin into Shrek. And that's going to happen. I was also telling Kevin someone's definitely going to replace Spider-Man with Kratos, and every time webs come out, he's going to say, boy. I know it's going to happen, and I'm very excited to see all the mods for the Spider-Man game. I'm also very excited for people to experience this, because I know a lot of people were upset, like, oh, I want to play. Now, get a PC, get a Steam Deck, get out there, play your Spider-Man. Also, this now explains why Sony's profits were so high in their earnings report, where they were like, this is what we're expecting in 2022. For PC, they're like, we're expecting it to like quadruple. It was so high. Also, there was like an NVIDIA GeForce. They have like a streaming thing. Kevin, I don't know if you remember what it's called. Yeah. I forgot.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Shield? No, it's not Shield.
Oh, I think it is Shield.
Yeah,
it's Shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin, you nailed it. Never doubt yourself. But yeah, so God of War, you were able to stream that game using that NVIDIA Shield or whatever. however the hell that works. Sony is now removing that feature for some reason. But then Nvidia also said stay tuned for the state of play. So I'm wondering if they're removing that so then they put Spider-Man on it. Maybe they can only do one game at a time. I have no idea. People are very confused by that. So I just found that interesting. I thought I'd bring it up. I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that or.
I mean, Nvidia in general, I think I don't know the rules of how that works. Can they have one thing at a time on there? My my thought on that is like, I guess it's a timed thing. Like, I don't think it's just they can have one. I think they have to go through whatever Sony wants there to be at that point. I think they can have multiple, but Sony's like, no, you're gonna have one on there at a time.
Yeah,
I don't think
that might be
I
it.
think they limit them by having how many you can have on the Nvidia Shield.
When I first read about it, I thought it was because the PlayStation Plus relaunch is happening, and I was like, oh, maybe there's a PC thing coming, and it was going to be at the state of play, but then it wasn't.
No.
But we'll see.
We know what Nixus has been working on though. So that all this time, it's been the Spider-Man port. I can't believe that they just want to put that on. I mean, that was a franchise that they were like, it's gonna be on PlayStation. Like, this is the only place you can play this. And now,
Yeah, people are sharing tweets from Insomniac from like 2017, and then like as early or as recently as earlier this year, where they were like, if you want to play it, buy a PlayStation 4 or 5. Like, it's not coming to PC.
it's terrible. This is why I hate it.
But hey, I love it because more people will play it. But I'm very excited. That's just more money for PlayStation to get to make better Spider-Man games and just invest in the brand or give it to all the CEOs, which sucks, but whatever.
I guess. Whatever.
Anybody else have anything on this?
Blindsided. Completely blindsided. I think the most shocking announcement of the show was that. I audibly screamed and got out of my chair because I was like, what?
Speaking of screaming, I believe I screamed. I think Destinoto and I were both like, whoa, like, this is big.
Yeah,
but
I was very surprised too.
But our screaming didn't happen until right after Spider-Man, when Stray popped up. Stray popped up, and that cat was exploring. It was meowing. There was a couple times where he's moving around. He doesn't have a backpack. I was like, what's going on here? Is this from early game or late game? I don't know. The more we see of that game, the more excited I am. I didn't know if it was a day one purchase. Then it gets to the end. The rumors of July 19th are true. And then, in a genius move, as confirmed by Kevin and myself, and probably Destinoto as well, I believe, probably Genesis as well, they're like, hey, if you have PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium, or Deluxe, if you're one of the weird countries, this game's included. And I think Destinoto and I let out a sound that was pure ecstasy. And then Destinoto said, I'm still going to buy it. And we were ecstatic. We were like, oh my God. I was like, I want this, but will I buy it day one? I don't know. I'm playing it day one now, guaranteed. And I cannot wait. And if it's good, I'll probably buy it, like I did with Concrete Genie.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Dustin, you want to say anything? I know Kevin's got stuff to say.
I'm not really going to talk about this one. You guys. You guys love this Stray game. You talk about it.
Beautiful.
It
was really nice to see how smooth every transition is. You can literally explore like every level of whatever you're on top of, whether it's like a house or a stack of boxes or knocking off bottles off a rooftop.
It was nice to see. It was nice to experience that with someone too. For two people to be excited about a cat game, like as excited as we were, and then just good news after good news about it. Like, we're so close to it now. It's just we're a month and like 17 days away. Yeah, we're so close.
To see that. It's literally next month, and I don't have to wait like 3-4 more months.
Yeah. Day one, baby. We're all going to be on it and be like, hey,
Man.
We're all gonna be share screening it, watching each other.
Just cats walk around.
It's gonna be great. Kevin, you got anything?
Looks beautiful. I love the game.
Mm-hmm.
People definitely watched cats move and react to things and stuff. The jumping is astonishingly good looking.
Yeah, it's so
because
so
you
clean.
even like I'm not even gonna be mad if like this actually happens in the game. If your jumps are like delayed just so that you can like sort of gauge it, perfect. Oh my god. Like
I wouldn't.
Cats do.
It seems like I wouldn't be surprised if they were like you have to double tap the button to jump. Like that would be something that makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like the animations are there, so something's going on. I like the stealth mechanics, shockingly enough. I was a little when they showed like the whatever the hell thing sweeping by with like the blue.
Oh
rabbits.
yeah.
And I was like, is this really gonna be a stealth game? But then the cat like hops out of the cardboard box. I'm like, all right, you know what? No, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, this is Gotti. Sorry, Horizon, this is Gotti.
my one concern for this game is I hope it has enough verticality. And like I hope you can go all over. They kind of show that like you can.
Yeah.
But it also could just be like, oh yeah, in this area you can go like super high up and like go jump on different billboards.
Or like for the demo they're showing.
I hope that that's throughout the whole game.
Is it open world or is it a faux open world? That's it, or is it like just a large areas? I'm curious. I just feel like this is gonna just be a relaxing, fun game, and I'm so excited.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
And the PS Plus, like, you said sold, didn't you, Kevin? You were like sold.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Now there's no question what I'm doing. I'm gonna get one of the whatever tiers I need to get this game for free. Because
extra $40. You got a year of it. Extra $40.
I'm already gonna pay for the game to buy it. So why not have a subscription?
Yeah, it's honestly
a genius move. Because,
one of the best.
Like, the whole of the internet is watching this game. And honestly, probably other developers are also watching this game to see what becomes of it and if it does well, because this is just so off the wall.
I love it. I love it so much.
I love it too. I hope it does well. I hope it's a great game.
Make it a dog
like
game maybe after
real
this.
sad too, which is interesting.
It does look sad. I don't want to cry playing a cat game.
I know, right?
The whole setting is all like everything is run down. There's only robots, and
I feel like
gloomy everywhere.
I feel like the story's gonna be like your human owner is missing, and then you're looking for them, but there's only robots around, and it's because your human owner's been dead for years, and you're a robot cat. Like I just feel like that's gonna happen. And honestly, I'm not mentally prepared for this made-up story in my head. Like, if we all finish it on the next crafting chat afterwards, we're like, oh my god. And Genesis is like, yeah, I was still playing Tails. I'm having trouble with a boss. Like, oh man, I can't wait. Yeah, you don't understand, all right? Oh my god, I hope you can customize your cat.
It looks like you'll be able to because the backpack was off at certain times. So I'm assuming
I think that's story related. The backpack because the backpack has the robot.
I'm pretty sure someone called it a badge in one of the text boxes that popped up.
Oh, okay.
I thought someone made reference to like, oh, you have a badge. I'm like, a badge? What the hell? It's got to be the thing on the back. It's the only thing on this cat.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's like a robot that follows this cat around that helps it communicate with the other robots, and it like lays in that backpack. That's what it looked like from other gameplay.
Right.
But yeah, no. 10 out of 10 Stray is coming out July 19th. So, very excited. I assume
this is a PlayStation 5 and PS4 only game, correct? Like, this is only a PlayStation console game.
Yeah, I believe so. I think it's also on PC. Yeah. Yeah, no Xbox. Probably Xbox in like a year or two, but
I would
we'll
hope
see.
they keep this away from Xbox. That'd be a good move.
I
Especially if it
mean,
does very well, keep it
I
away.
just want people to play the game. I want people to play the cat game. You know what I mean? I want everybody to
No,
have a good
just
time.
keep it on
Watch this
PlayStation.
come out and be like a 4. And the issue is you have to like rip off your cat skin to win or something. I'm like, I'm not playing that. I'm expecting to be hurt by it in either an emotional way or it's a horrible game.
I don't think it's a horrible one. I think
No.
from the looks of it, it looks. I mean, this is coming from somebody who's not even interested. I give two shits about this game. I think it looks
One win in the
controls
toilet,
well.
one out the window.
Yes, exactly. Well, I was gonna say one at the cat and then one out the window, but
I would have
Oh,
said
watch
both
your
in the
mouth.
litter box.
I see.
Oh.
Watch your mouth. Look at Desinoda jumping in to defend the cat.
This is Desinoda's dream because he's always wanted to own a cat and he's never been able to own a cat. This is his way of coping with owning and not being able to own a cat. This is what he's gonna do. And I fully believe this is what he's gonna do until Resident Evil 4 comes out in 2023. I think this is the only thing he's gonna play until then. He'll beat this game 100 times over. This will be his only platinum he gets this year. That's it. Done. But from where I'm looking at it, it looks like a well-controlled game. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think there's any real big possibility of this being like a flop when it comes out the gate. I think it'll be good. PlayStation's clearly heavily like behind this, and I hope that they keep it on PlayStation and PC if it has to be there, whatever. Because I think this is a niche, like a big, not a niche. I'm sorry. This is a big following for this game. There's a lot of people who's watching this game. And okay, if this does well, we might get a dog game out of this. We might get a bird game after that. We might get like I don't know other animals that people are watching, and they're like, "This would be
We don't need
amazing."
other animals.
First of all, that's called Tsuchiya. All right, that's you turn into a bird and like,
Yeah,
what are you
okay, but
doing?
that's
Come
like-
on,
That's
that's 2023
that's-
though.
Listen, that's more cartoonish. This is
You
more.
say Chia?
No, Chia, that Tsuchiya game.
This is
If I
more
say Chia,
realistic
no
of
one
a
knows what
toy.
I'm talking about, so I have to mispronounce it every time.
This is this is a more
Well,
this is a more realistic looking cat game than
I
that
see
one.
this
Yeah,
as Bug Snacks. I feel like without it going to like a free service, I think it would have sold well enough, but I don't think it would have had the following it had. I think putting it on the Plus is genius for the same reason putting Bug Snacks on Plus is genius. So,
But you
very
see, this has
excited.
much more of a following than Bug Snacks did. Like, it
I
was a
will
joke for Bug
disagree with
Snacks.
that. It was mostly a joke for this as well because it's literally a cat. We saw no gameplay for the longest time. So let's not act like a cat game. It's not gonna have deep systems unless it does. It might have deep systems. Oh my god!
I
Oh,
mean,
maybe that deep little system. Oh, God. Anyways,
it's got a
speaking of,
stealth mechanic, Adam. It's
speaking
got
of
it.
stealth mechanics, one might be in the next game. The next game was the Callisto Protocol. Gotta be
my.
honest. First of all, had no idea it was the Callisto Protocol. Always thought it was Callisto Protocol. That threw me for a loop. We saw a trailer. We saw the main
There's
character
gameplay.
played by Josh Duhamel. There was gameplay. They did the Tomb Raider thing where they showed a lot of death animations. Coming out December 2nd, 2022. This is not a game for me. I will let you guys talk about it.
Oh my god, this is mine. I want this. So I was, you know those sounds of ecstasy you were having earlier when Stray got announced for PlayStation Extra and
yeah.
Premium. I literally had the Stray entire trailer. This trailer looked so good. This is what I want from Dead Space Remake, and I have a feeling Dead Space Remake is not going to be able to live up to whatever the hype is that people are putting around this. This game, though, this game looks absolutely brutal. I love this. I want more, and I cannot believe it is on track for 2022. I have a feeling it may get delayed, but holy crap.
Hold on a second. I said I thought it was going to be delayed, and I texted that in the group, and you son of a gun, you did not say you had a feeling.
Did I say it's going to be, it's 2022 solid? Like,
Let me see here.
I don't remember what I said.
Let me see. Boo, 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 boo.
It can be delayed, but listen, the
I
gameplay
said
looks.
you in for this year, and I said press X to doubt, and you said 100% solid. Nah, it looks really good. Like it looks good, but I don't believe December 2nd.
I meant for me. I mean, if as long as it doesn't get delayed, that's an absolute win for me because I would buy this over the Dead Space remake. This looks better to me than what we've seen in the Dead Space remake so far. Like, I've played Dead Space. I know how that is. I know what that game is. This looks scarier than Dead Space. I mean, this is from the OG Dead Space people who originally made the games, but like, this is, oh my god, I couldn't believe how good this looked, and we haven't seen a single thing about this, and now this is the first time we're seeing it.
Oh, we saw
Good
screenshots. Game Informer has been having a whole thing, but yeah, not much footage.
Right. And I was pleasantly surprised. The gameplay, the animations look good, enemies look scary, good combat system. It looks like a lot of death animations. I can't wait. This is a day one buy for me. As long as it comes out this year, I'm good. Even if it gets delayed till next year, it is what it is. I I am 100% behind this game. Kevin, I don't know if you share the same opinion looking at this. I know you were kind of thinking it's too much Dead Space and that's not what you wanted. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Because you were the only other person who showed interest in this when this first got shown off.
I now know that I don't need the game.
Okay.
Because it is not a survival horror game that I was looking to play.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Alien Isolation, but more visceral and multiple threats. Well, I mean, Alien Isolation did have multiple threats technically, but like it was really just humans and synthetics and the alien. This looked like there could be some more variety going on, and it had an interesting little like storyline that might be going on. But it's another Dead Space, and I just don't care.
Fair enough.
I don't mind Dead Space, but
it's
one
not
was
what you
enough.
wanted. Yeah, it's not what you wanted.
One Dead Space game was enough for me. Dead Space 3 was terrible.
I don't think nobody could argue that fact.
I'll argue it. Give me a second. Let me read about it.
Okay. Now, Alien Isolation, though, is that only a run and hide game? I know you had some weapons, but it was run and hide
you had
mostly.
Weapons, but it was mostly run and hide against the alien because you couldn't do anything to it until you get the flamethrower, and even then it was just like scared away.
See, I don't like that. Like, I tried that in, what was the first run and hide game? The
Five Nights at Freddy's.
No. Outlast. I tried that in Outlast,
okay.
and I could never get into Outlast because I'm like, I don't have any way to defend myself. I don't like being helpless in the game. Like, I understand the whole. I understand the whole thing behind, like, Alien Isolation type of game where you run and hide. I get the whole survival horror aspect of that. I understand why people like it. For me, when I don't have a weapon in the game, I feel like everything has to be contingent on me running to something. I can't I can't enjoy what I'm looking at. Like, I can't appreciate like what everything is. In Dead Space 2, I put a lot of hours in that game. I spent hours sometimes like just roaming around the giant like church that we were in, the Unitology place, looking around, finding hidden things here and there, picking up stasis items, all that shit. If I played Alien Isolation, my main focus is I get to get to the next hiding spot. I don't want to leave out of this one until I know where the next one is so I can get there.
I find that fascinating. Because
Wow.
of how much you love that sequence in Resident Evil Village with the baby, where you couldn't attack it.
And I have the only reason why I love that sequence was because it was a one and done thing. It wasn't like anything crazy. It was a very small portion, and that was just genuinely terrifying for me. It wasn't hiding anything because I had to actually go just outrun it and go to the elevator, and that was a one and done sequence. I can take it in a small amount. If it's an entire game that's like that, I won't play it. Like,
also,
I tried Outlast and I dropped it.
Also, you described the same thing why I don't like turn-based. I'm like, why am I just standing there as I'm getting hit move? Like, that's the same thing. It's like, I don't understand. Why am I playing a game where I'm just getting hit? It's stupid. It's just not for me. But very interesting. Desperado, what do you think about the Callisto Protocol?
It looks really nice and visceral and gory and
Gary.
I don't know how scary it's gonna be yet. I need to see like, straight up a whole sequence of gameplay. Because Dead Space was scary and it had
Dead
all this
Space
stuff
1
too.
was more scary than 2. 2 was you had more ability to fight back on things. 1 you were restricted a little more, I think. 1 was more scary than 2. I don't know if that's your opinion as well, but
Probably. I don't have to. It's been a while since I played either of them. But like in general, Dead Space definitely made me afraid to want to turn a corner, and we get to see what this game will bring about in that sense, because they were really only showing like, cuts to dying and killing the enemies and shooting their face in and all that stuff. So it does look really good too. Like all the lighting, the enemy designs are really.
enemy
Some of them
designs
are
look.
really disgusting.
Oh yeah, they look good. I mean, Necromorphs look disgusting, but like these guys look pretty nasty
Yeah,
as well.
they
Gotta
have
admit
their
that.
own different
It looks like you don't get like a
thing.
line gun. It looks like you're actually just holding a modified pistol in one of the shots that he was doing. Some enemies are real fat. Some of them are sort of real skinny. Some of them are real tall. Some of them are real short.
Yeah,
It looks like there's some of them trapped in walls
yeah,
that will like react to you as you're going through some QTEs. Um, I didn't see much other variety other than that. Or maybe I didn't pay enough attention. I'm gonna have to rewatch that trailer. But he's also in space, so it looks like there are some sections with him being in space. That suit looked cool. I mean, it's not as cool looking as a Dead Space suit, but like he's in space.
yeah. It definitely has its own things, which it should. I don't want it to be another clone of Dead Space, but it looks like it has a similar vibe. So
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a straight up clone. I think it's taking nods and stuff from Dead Space. Obviously, it's made by the OG writers of Dead Space, so like it's gonna have nods from there. But I think it's trying to do something on its own. Like I don't know what the premise is of the story. I have to rewatch that trailer and listen to the dialogue. But like I don't know what the premise of the story
yeah,
is.
don't really know about the story either.
God damn, I can't wait for that though. That's day one buy for me. That's crazy.
Crazy. All right. Sounds like we talked about that one. The next game is Roller Drome. This was a roller skating shooting game. It kind of reminded me of my friend Pedro that I know Kevin enjoyed, because you could like deflect bullets and like break through glass, or not deflect, but ricochet bullets, break through glass and like do all these tricks, sick moves.
It looked cool. I thought that was
Yeah,
pretty interesting.
I think the coolest thing about it was the animation style. I thought that looked interesting. I don't know if this is something I'll ever play, but it's coming out August 16th.
If it was free on
Looked
Plus,
interesting.
I'd probably give it a shot.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
I think it was free on Plus. I'd probably give it a shot.
Anybody
Got any more
else?
thoughts on that?
That's all.
Oh, I'm ready.
100%, I knew
This
it.
game.
Yeah, I knew it.
I saw this and I was like, what in the hell? And then it went from what in the hell to I need this.
Did it remind you also of my friend Pedro?
Oh, yeah. That's why
Yeah,
I bought
okay.
it.
Okay, yeah, I was like, I saw that and I was like, I don't know if it'd be stupid if I brought that up to Kevin, or if I'm just gonna say it like as a general saying, because it looked like it's just 3D and on roller skates, not a skateboard.
Yeah, I mean, the graphics are jarring. I don't know if I'm going to like the art style,
Okay.
but I'm
What
willing
kind of
to give it a
Borderlands-y?
chance. It's very,
I did not. I
very
got.
wireframe. It's very wireframe.
Yeah, wireframe is probably a better word. I don't know if I'd say more. It's not cell shaded. It is kind of cell shaded.
It is, but not.
I
Because
agree,
like
but
a comic
disagree
book
with
style.
Genesis at the same time.
Yeah.
But
Borderlands is more like a comic book with like heavy ink lines, like and outlines. This is just there's like no outline. It's just flat color.
But yeah, it looked interesting.
But no, it looked like a game that I would thoroughly enjoy. So I'm keeping my eye on it.
All right. Anybody else? Anything?
Would that game make sense in VR? Just out of curiosity.
Hell no.
No.
Okay.
Hell no. I'd be sick.
I would rather be throwing up in a toilet.
Unless it was like a top-down view, which doesn't seem to make sense with any of the gameplay. Now, I would say no, but, impress me, I guess. The next game, Destinoda already pre-ordered, probably. It's called Eternights. Eternights?
I want this game. I want this game.
It's an action game and a dating sim. As the trailer was going, I was like, it's gotta be called, like, Light Arm or something. I gave every guess I could. I first said, hey, look, it's an Amity. It's coming out in early 2023. Genesis. You liked it? You thought it looked good?
At first I thought it was Soul Hackers from Atlas. I was like, is this an Atlas game?
It looked like like your type of game, the gameplay. It also looked like you.
Look good. Yeah, I know. The action sequences look great. I thought it was Soul Hackers. I thought it was an Atlas game, but it's not. It's made by some other developers. I have no idea who they are. It looks cool. I am more interested in the whole action aspect of it than the dating sim. That's just a bonus. I was like, oh, okay, that's weird.
Huh.
I never thought those two genres would get meshed together like that. I was like, huh, okay.
I thought that already happened with that other game with those girls, Skull Girls or whatever.
That was there
was like a collection.
Fighting game.
Oh yeah, that's action. That's fighting. That's action.
But this is an action dating sim.
Action.
Thanks.
Well, there we go. Confirmation.
I think I'm gonna see what date comes out or whatever month comes out in 2023. I'm excited. I want this. That's cool. I like it. I like I like the combat. Combat look real cool. Little flashy combat. I like it.
Kevin, you got anything on this?
No, not really.
Cool.
Destinoda.
The character models look pretty good for anime game. I think I'd still want to see more of it. It still looks kind of I call it like early, but like still needs some work done.
If I was you, I would tell all my friends.
Okay. The next game, Street Fighter 6, when it first opened up with the Cityscape, Destinoda thought it was Pragmata, and he got really excited.
I also just said Pragmata, but I knew it wasn't named Pragmata.
Yeah. Did you ever guess that other game you once thought the other one was? I don't remember. The Microsoft one, you know what I'm talking about.
Microsoft one.
Yeah, the one where you're like, it's this. Literally, I've already said it. I can't remember the name.
Guys, I think
Perfect
Dark. It was Perfect Dark.
Yeah. See, Kevin already said it. You just repeated it.
Guys, I did not say that game was Perfect Dark.
So there was a rumor that Street Fighter 6 was going to take like a hip hop approach. And it looks like that's confirmed. It also looks like it's kind of open world. I'm not into fighting games. I watched Maximilian Dude's reaction, and he was very excited. He was very happy. I don't know if anybody else cares about this.
I mean, listen, Street Fighter has been on 5 forever. Great job for Street Fighter 6. Somehow, I'm assuming the fighting community cannot wait to get their hands on this. It's finally time for Street Fighter 5 to be retired. I think it's a great thing. The whole customizable character also looks like it's going to happen because they never pull down the guy's hood of who you're walking around as in the open world. So it looks like you get to make your own character, and then you're learning from the original characters of Street Fighter. So like you're learning from Chun-Li and Ryu and all those guys. So I think Maximilian Dude was saying that he was saying that it looks like that's what we're going to see, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I think it's cool looking. For all the people who like fighting games, hope you guys are excited. You know, I'm not into one of those. The only fighting game that I've played is Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's it.
All right. Anybody else?
I'm excited for Street Fighter 6, not because I'm going to play it. I don't play those kinds of games, but I do watch them. I have a lot of fun watching tournaments, and this looks like a real good one. Looks like it's more Street Fighter as well, which is good. They don't really need to change the formula all that much. That's really it. I'm looking forward to watching some tournaments in it.
Yeah,
Hopefully
some cool animations and stuff. Yeah. But
A lot of color.
The art
A
lot of
lot
color.
of color.
With that.
Very,
We'll see.
very hip hop.
First time this is going to be back on Xbox too after that hiatus for
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be on
Crazy.
Series X and S. It's going to be on PlayStation 4 and 5. It's going to be on PC. Probably going to have crossplay, so that's going to be very exciting. So get excited for that. What's it going to look like on a PS4? I don't know. Probably bad.
Real bad, probably.
All right, and then after that, Tunic was shown off. This is coming out September 27th. You may recognize this. We already did our predictions for the score. We're not doing it again because it came out on Game Pass and Xbox a couple months ago. Kevin was very excited for it because it's a Fox and it's Zelda. Kevin, you gonna get it on PlayStation?
No.
Okay, cool.
I have it on Steam. I'm good. Plus, it's a very, very difficult game.
Yeah. All right, cool. Anybody else? Anybody interested in this at all?
That looked cool. I thought of Kevin immediately when I saw it. I was like, oh, Kevin talked about this.
Yeah, if Kevin really loves a game on Steam, he'll be like, ooh, I'll go for the Platinum Trophy. As far as I'm aware, Kevin, you haven't played it since this came out, right?
No, it's a very, very challenging game, and it's not exactly what I wanted.
Did they not update it?
They maybe have. I don't know.
Oh, they might not have. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. All right. Destino, you got anything about this?
Which game?
Tunic.
Oh.
Who's slapping?
I don't remember much
That was me,
of it,
sorry.
actually.
That's the Fox game, Zelda. Came out on Game Pass a bit ago. You made a guess for the score. It's coming to PlayStation in September. If you have no thoughts, you have no thoughts. It's fine.
I don't have any thoughts.
Fantastic. The next game we saw was Season, A Letter to the Future. It's coming out autumn of, I believe it's 2022. I think this also was a thing that was on Xbox at one point.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this. It was at a conference last year at one of the indie conferences. It looked cool. This was a game I said to Destinoto where if it ever got cheap and I looked up the trophies and the platinum was easy, I'd probably play the hell out of this. I don't think this is a game for anybody else on this podcast. No. Unless I'm wrong, Kevin. You know, were you swayed by Season? A Letter to the Future?
Yeah, I mean, it looks neat, but I don't think I'd play it. I might watch it played.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So,
All right.
Adam, you play it and he'll watch you.
Yeah.
Wow. Creeper.
See?
All right. Well, if I ever get it, we'll work that out. All right, and then that was it. No more. So that's the end. No, that's the end.
No, stop.
So there was they were like, some guy came out and he's like, you probably don't recognize me, but I am in charge of Final Fantasy 16, and he was like, let me show you this. Final Fantasy 16 looked much improved.
Oh my god.
It also looked like each other. I don't know what the hell was going on.
Yes.
I saw something do like 300,000 damage. I will let everyone talk about this, but it's coming out summer 2023, so it's not this year. A lot of fans were thinking it was this year. I honestly, I never thought it was coming out this year.
They kept saying I think there was a message that came out early in January that's saying he was. Somebody had said that it's on track for this year. We can't wait to talk about it and show you and this and that.
Yeah, and I didn't believe that at all.
No,
because it just didn't seem like when they showed it off. It just didn't seem like it was near ready. And then Imran Khan even was like, "Yeah, this is like 2 or 3 years out." So I'm actually surprised by the summer release date. I thought it would be fall. But I think
That's fine.
I think
If they need
summer's
more
good.
time,
But
they'll take the time.
yeah,
But
but yeah, everyone else can talk about this because I'm not a Final Fantasy guy.
holy crap. That trailer was so goddamn amazing. They took the hack and slash out of DMC. They took cues from Dragon's Dogma. They had the freaking summons fighting each other. I was like, bro, look at this. I mean, I was a little let down with the 2023, but it's fine. Take your time, make the game properly, do what you gotta do. Because so far, this game looks miles better than 15. I mean, they took the best parts of 15, which was the combat, improved on that, made it an actual stagger system. And I was like, that's, oh my god, Daddy, please. Right now, give it to me. I need it. Final Fantasy 16 looks.
It was real weird. As you said that, I was using a finisher on someone in Destiny.
Wow!
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
you gave it to him.
The animations for the summons, that was what people were complaining about in 15, because 15 had like, I don't know, 3 summons, and they weren't great at all. They were like, you had to get through certain conditions, then get them in, and you couldn't even control them. You couldn't do anything with them. God.
I'm not a Final Fantasy guy, but I remember people complaining about a lot more in 15. But it's good that they fixed at least that.
One of the main things they were complaining about was that the combat system needed more work from 15. It was a good start because obviously that was way improved in 7 remake, but then they want more out of the system. So like that, the stagger system, it has ATB just like 7 does. I everything about this, the DMC vibes that I got from this game when the dude's just smashing that one enemy in the corner. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was just beautiful. That game though, Final Fantasy 16 makes me think of that other Chinese game that we saw. The last.
Oh.
What the hell? And we thought
I don't
it was
remember.
FF16, and
Yeah.
it wasn't. But that I want to see how far that one's gotten, if it's still in development and all that.
It had that green magic bubble.
Yes.
I think I was fighting that one dude. Yeah, I don't remember what
and
was
that
called.
and that game's action. A lot of people were like, "This is what FF16 needs to look like." Like that action, whatever sequence we got, that was absolutely fucking crazy.
Lost Soul Aside.
That's what it was. Lost Soul Aside.
The Korean.
That is.
Oh no, it was Chinese studio.
That was insane. I don't know if it's actually still coming out or anything. That was a PS5 game. I think that was a PS5 exclusive that was coming out.
Probably still coming out.
It had 17 minutes of gameplay, so.
I would assume.
Yeah, but sometimes those are fake.
Like Black Wukong and Project Eve. I mean, those are the 3 big like Chinese Korean games that.
I think isn't Project Eve Korean?
Yeah. Chinese Korean both.
Those
are the 3 like big. No. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying Chinese and Korean. Those are the 3 major games waiting on Black Wukong, Project Eve, and Lost Soul Aside.
Interesting mix. Okay. I'm
just saying. I'm not saying that they're the same. I'm saying that that's what we're expecting from. That's what
How many times are you gonna repeat that?
Well, you make it sound like I'm blending people together.
You are putting 2 Asian countries together for some reason.
I am just categorizing them together because those are 3 games that we've seen that are coming from their territories. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright. I don't like them whom you did, but okay.
Why not Japan? It's in the same area.
Because Japan makes everything else.
Started from one guy.
Oh yeah, I did.
Built a team.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, please, whatever collector's edition there is for FF16, count me in. I'm good. I'm ready. This trailer alone sold me. I'm done. I'm good. Give me it. I want to see what this game is all about now, because this is amazing. Kevin, I want to hear your thoughts on this, though. I want to hear what you think of FF16.
I don't think you do.
Oh, I do.
I'm not looking forward to this at all. Especially coming off of Stranger of Paradise, because that did pretty much everything better. It's just too flashy. it's the problem with Final Fantasy games. Everything has gotten way too flashy. You go to attack something, you have to hit it like 80 million times, do an obscene amount of damage. What was wrong with 9,999 being the max hit? Well, what was wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Just use smaller numbers because it makes more sense. Oh man, it's super powerful attack did 330,000 damage. Is that good? Is that bad? Like, this is my problem with a lot of games. So I even say this about Diablo 3 when they just kept putting more and more power in the game, and it's like, oh man, you're only hitting for 10 million damage. Psh, that's not enough. You gotta be hitting for 17 billion, and it's like, this is just getting stupid. Like,
I'm
numbers
honestly
hit like a
surprised
certain
by
point,
your.
and you just don't have any grasp of how strong you are anymore.
I kind of get what Kevin's saying, because in Assassin's Creed, there's a certain point where it's like, I've collected 174 skill points. Why? My max is 150. Now I'm just adding 0.2% to all these random skills that I really don't see anything happening. It's really dumb.
But you know, for everybody who likes Final Fantasy, this is apparently what everybody wants because like they haven't deviated from this formula.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I guess it's gonna be pretty freaking cool because it looks great. Will I play it? Absolutely not.
Will you watch
I
somebody
haven't
play
played.
it?
Will I watch somebody play it? I don't know. It depends if my eyes are gonna hurt or not.
Kevin, I'll tell you right now. By the way, the pain in your legs has creeped up to your hip over the last couple of years. Definitely going to get to your eyes by this comes out. So, and your eyes have not been great your whole life. So there's a chance.
Actually,
All right.
no, but it can't be worse than the Stranger of Paradise level that we're in right now. Oh my god.
No,
Or no, that we were in.
it
Are
can't
we
be
in?
worse
I
than.
don't remember.
No, I think we beat it. I think we got through it.
No, I think we actually are in it. I think
I'm
Are
pretty
you
sure you
still in
guys
there?
stopped.
Yeah.
But that's not at the
We
state
gotta
of
beat
play,
that
so we're going to
damn
stop
boss.
talking about it. Destinoda, what did you think about the Final Fantasy 16?
A lot of flying monsters.
Yeah.
That's mostly what I
flying
saw.
monsters.
Those are called summons.
A lot of fireballs.
Those are called pigeons.
A lot of
What?
Fireballs?
Pigeons.
Those are flying monsters.
A lot of screaming.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Destinodo and I have such a different taste in gaming, except for one game.
Is the dating action game, yeah, we know.
No, it's not that one, you piece of garbage.
Resident Evil 4.
No, it's Devil May Cry. That's the only game, because he hasn't even played Resident Evil 8 yet. I gave this man this game, and he hasn't even touched it yet.
He hasn't beat Zero Dawn or touched God of War or finished Elden Ring or started Stray. All right?
Well, one of those is really hard to do right now.
Hey, to be fair, we're all thinking about it. We're all thinking except Genesis. We're all thinking about it. Yeah, that was, and then they ended with a see you next time, and then end with the other thing that made them hint at another state of play. I don't think another
still
state
had a few minutes.
Yeah, okay, so this started at 6:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then it ended at 6:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So technically, it was only 26 minutes long.
Yeah.
So, but also, this, I feel, was stacked. I don't care about most of these games, but I know that at previous conferences, these have been games that the internet and like a lot of people have wanted and updates on, and this felt like, in the first 5 minutes, we were already like, oh wow, there's already been a lot here.
Yeah.
I really thought this was going to be bad. I thought it was going to be VR2 stuff that was kind of cool, kind of bad, mostly like trash. But then the VR2 stuff we did see, I was like, okay, all right, give me the VR2. When's it coming out? Come on, give me. Yeah, I don't know if I'm assuming Genesis wants us to go around and rate this. With our classic score.
Out of 10, yeah.
I would actually give this, I'll go 8.5. I think I think because it didn't really have anything like it didn't have something where I was like, oh my god, like I've been waiting years. Stray, like I'm only gonna be so excited for a cat game. I got to be honest with everyone. Um, that wasn't necessarily a day one buy, like I said, but now it's a day one play. Um, but yeah, this like I don't care about half of this, but I was thoroughly entertained throughout this whole show. I think it was hit after hit after hit, even though I'm not the one they were hitting. So I'll say 8.5.
Kevin.
6.0.
Okay. Then you've given enough reason, unless you want to elaborate on anything.
No reason.
Okay.
Respect.
And I mean, he's given enough reason already. That his things are valid. I'm not saying they're invalid.
I will.
I'm really surprised at this. Just throwing it out there. I'm really surprised.
That people liked it?
Like, you suck. No, I thought that people were like, oh, okay, Kevin, okay. I thought people were gonna be like, get out. Just leave.
Why would they say that to you? It's your opinion.
Yeah, I don't
Kevin,
know if you know
entitled to
this,
have your
Kevin, but
opinion.
we're friends, and the reason we want you here is to express your opinion.
Correct.
And also,
Yeah.
when the cameras go off, that's when we go at it. All right, that's when we take out the stick and we beat
stick.
you. All right. We don't use my
Now-
metal bar. That's for me personally.
Now,
We take out the stick.
I want to make an observation here, though. Kevin gave this a 6, right? I'm very curious to see what Kevin gives the Xbox showcase, if that's really going to blow him away versus this.
I would assume it would blow
I don't
him
know
more
why.
away.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Because you brought this up, we're going to talk about this again.
Yeah,
and I'm going to share my
please.
thoughts again. If you think Xbox and Microsoft are bringing games to this, I don't know what you're thinking. They've got nothing. They are. Gears of War 6 is not being worked on right now. They're still hiring for that game.
I say we don't get into this because we have predictions to make on Tuesday, where you're going to have to predict what Xbox is going to have. And I've already written mine down, and I'm doing 10 predictions. So
A blue
Okay,
screen.
we'll do 10 because it
a
is
blue,
they're
Kevin,
making the big
honestly, 50-50. But did you give your score, Genesis? I don't think you did.
I am probably going to bump this up to a 9. I originally said 8.5. I'm probably bumping it up to a 9 because I'm just so goddamn excited for, yeah, I know, Daddy. I know. Oh, my God. Final Fantasy 16, Callisto Protocol, and
Every 7 minutes, Genesis, you had a game for you. That in this conference, you're like, oh, it started, and you're like, hell yeah. 7 minutes later, Callisto Protocol. Oh, hell yeah. 7 minutes later, like it's just that anime dating game. 7 minutes later, Final Fantasy 16. Like, come on.
So real quick on Steam, Stray, $30, already a top seller.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Oh my God. I don't, I see why.
$30.
I understand.
Yeah, it is 30. Yeah, it's already it's on sale on Steam too,
it's
isn't it?
Top of the list too. It's above V Rising, which is like the game everybody's playing.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
everybody's
The
playing. $30.
The VR games surprise me quite a bit. Horizon looks cool. I want to know who you play as Horizon. I don't know who this person is. Who's the protagonist?
You
It
are.
might just be you. Yeah, it might just be like a silhouette character.
Weird. Okay.
Or
Yeah,
no, not silhouette. Self-insert.
Okay. It looks cool. I don't get me wrong. Looking up at the tall, I just want to know how you're gonna fight a Thunderjaw. I don't understand.
Things we need
How?
answered. It's gonna step on you, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, Lady D, here I
Yeah,
come."
like the end of the trailer.
Yeah, like
A giant foot.
crush
I
me,
was like,
mommy.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
come on.
Resident Evil 8 VR. Lady D, please listen.
Hey, Genesis is already motorboating. He's getting ready for Resident Evil 8.
Oh, and a baby going down the hallway. Oh my God, that'll
Don't
be
motorboat
terrifying.
that. Don't motorboat that. Destinoto, what are you scoring this? What are you giving this out of 10, Destinoto?
I think a 9.
Care to elaborate?
Why are you gonna give it a 9?
Hey, you can do the Kevin thing and be
I'm
like,
giving it a 9 because it had a bunch of good stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like RE4 could have had more than what they showed, just like a cinematic story trailer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um,
But that's what you want to leave a conference, though. You want to leave wanting more. And I
yeah.
feel like
Yeah,
for a lot of the
that-
games I was interested in, I want more. I still want more information on Resident Evil 4. I will never play that game, but I'm curious enough to see like what's going to change, what's the internet going to be mad at. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Is it that one guy, even though it clearly is that one guy, but they changed his voice, but Genesis won't accept it? Like, I'm so curious.
I will get a clip of that man talking, and I swear to God, it will be a different man.
And I will again say, of course, it's a different voice actor.
But it's not Lewis then. It's not.
Hey,
It's somebody else.
Hey, remember me at the God of War premiere? And I'm like, this isn't Kratos. That's not how Kratos
yes.
is. Then I played it, and I was like, this is the most Kratos story I've ever played. So, don't do that. Stop that. All right. Solid 9.
Okay.
Average score, somebody figure it out. I'm not. All right, well, I think that's it. Tuesday we will rate, we will score the other game. Oh no, hold on. We gotta go through who won. We gotta go through our predictions.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta go through our predictions real quick. First of all, I'm gonna announce it right now. Genesis won the predictions. He scored the most. I was second. Desunoto and Kevin were tied. The reason you scored so much, Genesis, you had two. You had 2.66 total points. One of your predictions was Callisto Protocol gameplay trailer 2022. All of that was correct. That's up 1 full point.
It's crazy how I was right about that.
Yeah. You also had Street Fighter 6 trailer gameplay, and you also said characters, and they highlighted characters. That one shocked me more. I really was like, oh damn, they did say the character names. And then the other one you got 0.66 points for because you said Final Fantasy 16 longer trailer. I don't know if it's longer than the other one, but I still give you full credit for that. Then you said showing updates. It did show updates to animations and visuals and everything. But then you said release of November 2022, so you got 2 of the 3 things on that, so you got 0.66 points. So that's what that was. For me,
2023.
I got 1 point because I said Resident Evil 4 PSVR 2. That was mentioned. I believed. And then I got a half a point because I said Final Fantasy 16 gameplay trailer. And then I also said October. Didn't get the half a point for October, but I got half for a gameplay trailer. So that's 1.5. Desunoto, he said RE4 remake trailer, and then show the year 2023. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Wow.
But the person who nailed it the most, who went off of a rumor, I believe, Kevin, Stray release date trailer, 7/19/2022. Absolutely nailed that. Kind of wanted to give him extra points, but I kept you at 1 point because that was what your guess is.
I mean, give him the extra point. He nailed that to the day.
1.1. Kevin got 1.1. Not giving him a full point for it. I'm just saying, like, he also followed a rumor, I assume. Did you follow a rumor, or you just pulled that out of your ass?
No, it was leaked through some sort of PlayStation file.
If he said he pulled it out of his ass, I would have been thoroughly
Well,
impressed.
I know when he said it, because I had to listen to the podcast to get the numbers, or the predictions. When Kevin said it, you said, oh yeah, I did see that. So I assumed it was a rumor. I knew it didn't pull it out of his ass. And then, nobody else scored any points. Nobody should be shocked by that.
What about Callisto? How many points did he score?
None. He scored none. One of his guesses was Ben Studios refunds all players, so clearly he wasn't going to score any. Sorry, Callisto, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, we had some pretty good guesses, but congratulations to Genesis for getting that point. Again, this will go into your score added up for the basically the June conferences that happen. So, yeah. Very exciting.
Can't wait for the Xbox One now. That's gonna be a whole.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Very excited for it. But yeah, we'll do Xbox predictions. Then there's also the Summer
Um,
Game Fest predictions.
yes.
Next
Does
week is
Nintendo
all
have
predictions. Nintendo has
Nintendo
not
have a show?
announced anything, as far as
Okay.
I'm aware. If they do, and it's like short notice, then I'll just ask people for predictions, or we can have a show dedicated to that. That's up to us, I guess.
We may end up having a show for Xbox depending on how their conference goes. We'll see what happens, but let's see.
we might, but since none of us really play Xbox at all, I doubt it, unless they're
Okay.
like showing off like God of War's coming to Xbox, and we're gonna be like, what the fuck's going on? And then Shuhei Yoshida's like, we're diversifying, and we're like, wow, he's really improved his English. But yeah, congratulations to Genesis, and I guess close us out.
All right. Well, as always, thank you guys for stopping in to a special episode of Crafting a Chat. We'll see you guys on Tuesday again, normal time, normal place. Twitch.tv/Crafting a Chat, YouTube.com/Starting Too Late, and we'll see you guys next week. We'll have Summer Games Fest and Xbox predictions. See you guys later.
Get out.